This week, we took an inside look at the lives of student athletes and what it means to be a Blazer.
During the season, we followed various teams and athletes to see what goes on behind the scenes in Valdosta State University athletics. Your Blazer Sports Report starts now.
Welcome to the Blazer Sports Report. I'm Tashana Whitehead.
And I'm Will DiLorenzo.
The Valdosta State women's basketball team had an impressive 2016-2017 season. The Lady Blazers exceeded expectations by winning the Gulf South Conference. Star forward Mattie Mitchell was the face of the Lady Blazers. Leading the team in many statistical categories, she was named GSC Tournament MVP. During the ladies' improbable run, Madi has numerous accolades on the court. But where did this passion for basketball come from? Blazer sports reporter Will DiLorenzo has more.
Since its inception in 1891, basketball has been woven into the fabric of small-town communities across the country. Its lessons stand the test of time, and its impact on youth throughout the nation remains incalculable. The game allows for players to achieve historical prominence while also leaving a legacy to captivate generations. Lady Blazer forward Mattie Mitchell is well on her way to immortality in the halls of the complex at Valdosta State University. In her short time as a member of the women's basketball team, Mitchell has elevated her team from mediocrity to one of the powers of the Gulf South Conference. However, her basketball journey started long before she stepped on the hardwoods of Robert Hagan Court.
You know, my mom was like excited about it. My family, my dad was excited about me playing and like being good. You know, the older I got, I mean, in ninth grade, I was being recruited and it was kind of like, what is this? You know, like this is cool because no one else in my school was, you know, that was not the thing. You know, no one wanted to go play college sports. But I started getting recruited and it became like more fun when I got older, and I don't know. And maybe I chose it because I thought I was good at it, but I also felt like I had a more complete basketball game than I did everything else.
As a member of the Crisp Academy Wildcats, Mitchell won 4 straight Georgia Independent School Association Class A state championships. She did so with teammates she grew up playing with and under the tutelage of one very familiar face.
My mom was my coach in high school, so it was like a different relationship with my coach and my teammates in high school. We had been friends our whole life. I mean, you know, and so then you come here and you play at college and everyone has kind of like the same goal. I mean, in high school, people just do it for fun kind of thing. And I mean, we're here for a specific reason, and like, this is people's lives basically and what they've done, and it's not just for fun.
When high school was over, it was time for Madi to take her talents to the next level. She signed a scholarship to play for Mercer University. After playing a season in Macon, Mitchell felt as though it was time for a change. Once she made her decision to switch, Madi knew where she wanted to go.
And so I knew immediately Division II because I wanted to play immediately. I didn't want to like prolong it, and I don't want to have to sit out. So, of course, Valdosta was like first on my list, just the location. I knew the coach, so it almost felt, I didn't want to be put in a situation where I was before. Like, I don't know the people. I don't know the system they play. I don't want to be put in a position where I can't be successful. Like, at the role I'm good at.
Maddie's exploits have been well documented in her time at VSU. She has established herself as a feature player on one of the best teams in the Gulf South Conference. Maddie is only a junior, which leaves her another season to further her legacy and create new footprints in her basketball journey. But for now, her favorite footprint resides on the court of her final high school game.
We won the state championship, and I will never forget it. It was my mom. My mom was my coach, so we had it won. I mean, so the whole fourth quarter, you're going in like, we're about to win the state championship. You're just basically waiting for the time, you know, the buzzer to ring. And I just remember my mom had taken all the starters out of the game, and she put us back in just so we could be on the court when the buzzer, like, you know, when it was over and everybody was excited. And so she put us back in, and I remember immediately when the buzzer sounded, I remember just looking at my mom, and we were both in tears, but it was like, it was over. Like, it was over for us, but it was like it was like ending on the best note you could ever end on.
For your Blazer Sports Report, I'm Will DiLorenzo.
Mattie Mitchell is a one-of-a-kind student athlete. She quickly rose to one of the most dominant players in the GSE, and she isn't done yet. Madi and the rest of the ladies will return to action next fall to defend their GSE title. We can't wait to see the team take the court again.
The Valdosta State basketball team had one of their best seasons in recent history. A new addition to the Blazers was sophomore transfer Beau Justice. Beau received accolades in his first season at VSU. He finished the season shooting over 40% from beyond the arc. Our very own Brice Adair got the inside scoop with Beau and his impact on the team this past season.
Coming from a small town of Peebles, Ohio, sophomore transfer Beau Justice is a key asset to the Valdosta State men's basketball team's success. Justice compares living in Peebles, Ohio to living in Valdosta, Georgia.
I think our town's like 1,700 people live in town, like city limits or county and whatever. It's probably like 2,200 altogether. So literally like Valdosta's 100 times bigger than Peebles if you think about it. Like 107,000 people here, we got 1,700, so everything's different. And then like besides the weather, I mean the weather, they're getting like -5, -10 degrees, and it's still like 40 out here. So I'm like, tell mom, be like, oh, that sucks for you guys. But so yeah, other than the weather and just the size, like it's a big city to me. Like I had to drive an hour and a half to get something remotely close to this. So just a different living. I mean, I like it a lot though.
Beau did face minor obstacles at the start of his career here at Valdosta State University.
So first, just the relocation, getting to know everybody, getting to know everybody's game. So a different style game, getting used to that again, and just, but obstacle-wise was getting used to the competition in the league here. I thought it was much tougher than my last school. I mean, all the way through, I guess there's 8 teams, early 12 teams, whatever it is. 1 through 12 was always tough. My last school, you'd have 3 or 4 teams that were pretty good. Everybody else you just blow out. So getting used to that and just getting better every day.
Beau earned his starting spot by proving how consistent his work ethic is on and off the court, eventually earning himself an all-Gulf South Conference team selection and becoming a Gulf South Conference academic honoree.
A lot of people like to go 2 or 3 days hard for an hour and a half, 2 hours with weights and ball and run, and feel like that they've done enough. But I feel like I want to come in 3 hours a day, every day, because in my mind, someone's on someone else's team is doing that. And if it comes down to me and him having to lead our teams better, I want to be the guy to lead our team. And I don't think there's a sophomore that's done that, I guess, in a while. So I was just excited. I was still a little upset we didn't win, but I mean, like I said, personal accolades come with the team, and as long as the team's doing good, I'll be the last player on the bench as long as we're winning. So, but it's still exciting, very exciting. Something that my brother did and something that I like to do too.
Throughout the season, Beau took in a great amount of advice from his teammates. He learned how to improve different aspects of his game, ranging from passing to rebounding.
Everything you can think of. I mean, obviously their leadership, they're all like my big brothers. So I mean, that comes into play too. Little things like if it's Sadiq telling me how to pass to a big better, that set them up for a better score underneath, or how to read them, or if it's Josh showing me how to guard somebody like Phil Taylor, he would always talk to me when we would put on them, like how can you guard him, like what are some tendencies that he does and how to pick that up. And Jeremiah just showing me how to sneak in there and get 8 rebounds, 5 or 6 assists, and still scoring 30 points, and showing me how to create a shot to get off, and just playing with them and learning their knowledge has been great. So I mean, I'm gonna miss that, but I'm gonna keep them right on my cell phone, so I'll be able to stay in touch with them.
Beau Justice is planning on working as hard as he possibly can to lead his team back to the Division II national tournament.
Enough to where I came back and I said, you know what, I already wrote my schedule out. Get up at 6, run, get up at 7, ball handling, and have that set for all summer. What things I need to work on, things I need to do to help my team, like individually get better and as a team get better, and just working on myself leading to make sure that we get back to that spot next year and we take care of business.
Beau Justice looks to push his team to compete at a higher level and attempt to bring home a championship to Valdosta State. The Justice name lingers in the complex during the season, but his chapter is just beginning. With your Blazers Sports Report, my name is Brice Adair.
Thanks, Brice. Beau now has a full plate due to the fact that the team is losing 8 seniors. He's the only returning starter, and he looks to improve from last season. Beau is looking to raise his game in various aspects to help his team get back to the Division II National Tournament. Beau is committed to bringing a championship back to Valdosta State, thus cementing his chapter in the Justice legacy.
Maddie and Beau have worked very hard during this season and have made VSU extremely proud. Thank you for tuning in to the Blazers Sports Report. I'm Tashana Whitehead.
And I'm Will DiLorenzo. Don't forget to continue to support your Blazers next season. Go Blazers!